everything's digital now, and those who are consuming news in a different way, it's obviously we respect that, but we also have to keep in mind where the future is, and the future is digital.
Like FitFam. I have to mention FitFam because every 160,000 likes on a story.
Nobody's going to be able to compete with that.
We're going to show this picture of you with an Emmy, with a beautiful Emmy in sports. Tell me about that. How did you earn that? Because you earned those. Well, welcome everybody. Remember that we've been doing these short little snippets, these little podcasts to get to know people. It's about interesting people who have interesting stories. And joining us today is Gabby Rodriguez. She is my coworker at KTSM, and she wears a lot of different hats, like all the people that we're interviewing, right, that have interesting stories. So first of all, Gabby, thank you so much for opening up your heart and giving us, sharing some time with us today to get to know you a little better. I know you behind the desk, but I know that you do a lot of things at KTSM. And I saw some pictures of you, and there's a whole category or list of things that I didn't know about you that we get to talk about today. So Gabby, welcome. And tell me what you currently do, and then we'll go back to what you used to do and what brought you here.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you for the invitation. I'm truly honored to be here with you and share this space. And I'm the one who needs to learn from you. But yes, thank you. Thank you so much for having me. And well, what I'm currently doing at KTSM, I am the digital manager. So I have a team, and we oversee social media platforms, the website, live streams, digital content, all that. And I'm currently transitioning into acquiring new responsibilities, which is the assignment desk. I'm sharing some of those responsibilities with other colleagues. So I'm, like you said, I'm wearing a couple hats, more than two, basically. And yeah, it's a learning experience every day.
Every day is a challenge, but a new opportunity to make a difference, right?
Absolutely.
So I wanted to talk to you because I see, having been in the TV business and in just the industry overall, how everything has shifted dramatically to social media and to social platforms. What changes have you seen as a director of the social media platform and other platforms to disseminate news content? Tell me about that. What have you seen?
I've seen the importance, the relevance of social media. Everything's digital now, and those who are consuming news in a different way, it's obviously we respect that, but we also have to keep in mind where the future is, and the future is digital. There are new generations that are sitting on our tables, that being at home or the conference room. So right now we have multiple generations that are working together. So we need to find a common ground and try to reach everybody. I think right now that's the biggest challenge, how to reach people consuming news differently, right? So from, let's say, the name of those generations, let's say from boomers to Gen Xers, millennials, Gen Zs, alphas, you name it. So how to be informed, how to be objective, and how to stay relevant, you know.
You can't be everything to everybody, right? So, but that's the goal, to try and find a way to connect with the boomers, to connect with the millennials, to connect with everybody. And you're trying to do it through social media, but not everybody is social media savvy, or even believes or finds it legitimate. Because we see what's on. We see there's a lot of crazy stuff on social media. And some people just don't believe that stuff. So how, as a manager, do you find that ability to make it credible?
Well, many of those things that we now see as crazy have been happening all along. We were just not aware that it was there. Let's say, for example, in El Paso, I don't know, accidents or some sort of violent incidents, they were happening 20 years ago. We just didn't have the access to social media we have now. We were not aware, but it was happening. It's just now the immediacy of being able to take a picture, snap a photo, video, you name it, and post it right away. So that's the key difference right there.
Well, the key difference is that what journalists were able to do before, everybody thinks they're a journalist now. And they kind of are if they can capture that moment of that accident, of an issue, of a comment. But do you think that dilutes the role maybe of a journalist?
It does. It does, because, I mean, one thing it's taking a picture, video, and posting it, and another one it's knowing the context, getting your sources, getting the facts right, being objective. Have you talked to the authorities? You know what happened before? What else is involved? So there's so many key elements around what happened. So one of the challenges here is having like that unbiased, not having any other filter other what you're seeing. So talking to authorities, talking to different sources, like I mentioned, and then put it together and tell a story, which that's what we do.
I think that maybe the backing of KTSM, a legitimate news organization, right, backed by NBC and the team here in El Paso. But there's a lot of stuff out there. Let's, like FitFam. Mm-hmm. I have to mention FitFam because every 160,000 likes on a story, right? You're going, how is that possible? Mm-hmm. So there are a lot of people are consuming just so much, and how do you differentiate? How do you find that difference, and how do you say this is legit and this is not legit? Like you said, you got to do your homework. Mm-hmm. But that's a huge challenge, and I see Gabby and the team working very hard to try and get all the facts straight. And sometimes we get them later than FitFam. How's that possible?
It is, and it always will be that way. I can guarantee you that. Why? Because that account has thousands and thousands of photogs or reporters across town, across Texas, sending him material all the time for free. I don't have thousands of photogs scattered across El Paso because we don't. We can't.
Right.
And not only that, it's not only snapping that video, picture, or whatever it is talking to the person, like the story, like, hey, name, title, what happened. So we have to get the facts. They're just like, hey, so-and-so happened. What it was, I don't know. Like, it could have been a crash or rollover, but how did we get here? It maybe stemmed from another incident. You're just seeing one side or the last part of that incident, but what happened before? That might be a completely
different story, sure.
Exactly. So we're not going to be able, nobody's going to be able to compete with that unless, I mean, they are a source of information, but they're not a news organization. So we got to make that difference. And
how do you make that difference? How do you make your story, our story, truthful and real and balanced and unbiased?
Check your sources. We like I like to tell my team I remind them all the time, I'd rather be late. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, FitFam posted it, and I have people telling me, like, how come FitFam has it and you don't? I might have something on that. I might have some other sources, mm-hmm. but until police or fire or the city can confirm it, I cannot confirm it. So unless I have the source of the information confirming the facts, then I can go ahead and make it public. I rather, and I tell them, I'd rather be late than wrong. I'd rather have 2-3 minutes sending my alerts go out later than my competitors, but I'd rather do it that way than having to issue a correction. Mm-hmm. I'd rather be factual and no typos, no misspellings,
no wrong information.
Correct.
So those are some of the challenges facing KTSM and the world of TV that is transitioning really to social media. So as a news organization, we also have to find new ways to be able to entertain all the different generations, right? I mean, because the boomers are eventually going to die off, and then that's the truth. That's the truth. We're not getting any younger, so we're going to go away. But you still have to face the same challenges because the next generation is going to get old too. So you have to deal with all of those things.
Yeah, we're all getting
We're all getting older.
older. All of us are,
What's the future?
including you, Gen Zs. You're gonna get there too.
You're going to get there too, Gen Zs, eventually.
Sorry, your question was again. Got sidetracked.
We got a little sidetracked with that.
All of-
Right, that's a challenge, right? Because
How to reach all those generations?
yes, the future of that. When maybe, do you think? First of all, before you answer that question, do you think TV is going to go away?
Yes.
TV news, as we know it now, is going to go away.
Yes, it is. It is.
Sooner than later, I think.
Yeah, we've seen it with big networks, how they're reducing their live broadcasting. So, or analysis shows they're going away one by one, and they're cutting budgets, they're laying off people because of that, because the way we're consuming media is shifting. Now we're live streaming, now with big platforms like Netflix, like Hulu, like Amazon, producing their own content. Now our industry is facing greater challenges. So now it's not only entertaining, but how we are going to be able to compete with monstrous challenges like those.
Monstrous. They are huge because there's just so money behind them. But there's so much money behind them. But there's a lot of money behind the big networks too. They're just shifting the way. How you talk about these special programs that we see out there where everybody has an opinion. Before, journalists couldn't have an opinion. You had to just report the news, just a fact spam, right? What do you think of those programs? Because I think that some of those programs, like Joe Rogan and all these other people, that have that platform and have had that platform for a long time, what do you think? That's what they capitalize on. Is that what consumers are going to consume now, as far as news and all that?
Yeah, and we're going to keep seeing, for many years now, we're going to keep seeing more of that. And right now I can even see kind of like a parallel, kind of that kind of podcast and TV shows or live streaming with even our own FitFam. Like if you keep feeding it,
It'll keep growing.
Exactly. So it can be politics, it can be sports, it can be local chisme if you want. If you keep feeding it and people keep finding it amusing, it is going to be there for a while.
Chisme. I think people really enjoy chisme.
That's what it is. And I mean, in our area, there are a couple either Facebook pages, either for dating or coming across in Reporte Puentes to FitFam. And yeah, they can be very helpful in many ways, but also we gotta take it with a grain of salt. Like I said, not everything is gonna be like it is. And also one big thing, when we were talking about challenges, AI.
Oh my gosh, that's huge.
How are we gonna, one, be able to sustain our jobs when we're competing not only against robots, but now a machine that it's writing my script for me,
Right.
and handling the camera for me, and it's gonna be doing, so we're gonna be losing
Obsolete.
that. And then the challenge of, I don't know if that picture, that video, because before it was Photoshop, and now it's AI, like so many other software that are coming up. So is that video real? Because they look absolutely real.
They do.
So how, because before we had to vet information before we can put out a statement or a video story, but now like,
Or the fine print.
exactly. And now, like, how are we, like, just visually, how are we able to differentiate that AI video to a real one? So we're up against monumental challenges in our industry.
So before you say that you're going to get out of this industry and get into, I don't know, some other career, Tell me, let's go back to. We have some pictures of you with an Emmy. So Gabby just didn't become a director of social media at KTSM and dealing with all the platforms and how to disseminate news through the social network and platforms. She has a long background and in her career that I didn't know about, which is really cool. That's the purpose of this podcast, is to get to know people a little better. And we're going to take a little break, but when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about Gabby's start in sports. It is so cool to see women in sports. So we'll be right back. New year, new opportunities to focus on the future, grow personally and professionally. Viva Auto Group, with 10 dealerships in El Paso and Las Cruces, is here to help you get on the road and stay on the road to a better tomorrow. Viva has been helping families grow for almost 40 years. We're involved in the community, helping raise money to donate hundreds of free mammograms. We teamed up with the return of the Amigo Air Show to make our community, El Paso, strong. Together, we make a difference, because Viva makes it happen. Welcome back to our podcast. You know what? We'd like you all to help us out find a name for this podcast. We don't, I just think, interesting people, interesting stories, but that's kind of boring. And I'm thinking cafecito con leche, pues con panecito, no tenemos panecito aquí. You could have brought me some. But, we'd like your help and your input. So, because what happens is that when you have skin in the game, when you are invested in something, you'll watch it and listen to it a little more. So we'd like to hear from you to see what kind of names we should name this podcast. So right before this break, I am going to ask Gabby about her background in sports. It's really cool to see women in sports. So tell me your role. We're going to show this picture of you with an Emmy, with a beautiful Emmy. In sports. Tell me about that. How did you earn that? Because you earned those.
I did, but I was not alone. It was a team effort. That's just not me. Although it has my name, there's a group of people that helped to get there. So that Emmy I won it back in 2014, and at the time I was working with ESPN Deportes. So that's one of the international branches of ESPN. That's the Spanish one, and it covers obviously from US all the way to South America. And I was working for a show called Nación ESPN, and we were nominated Best Show. And that was the first year where they had sports Emmys, and we happened to win that award. At the time, I was in charge of social media for not only the show, but I was part of the digital media team for ESPN Deportes. So we were literally covering so many sports. The sports that our audience, or the audience at the time, was more interested in. So it was trying to have like that vision of what your audience, not only in our case, but we're talking local news and what happens, but in that scope, it's
13, huge, of course.
Yeah, 13 countries and what their interests are, and so it was challenging but fun. I really enjoyed it.
So, claro que eres completamente bilingüe.
Sí.
And so that was probably also a challenge for you. I imagine that Spanish is your first language. But still, it's a challenge to bring that all together in a country that speaks mostly English, right? So you had to translate. Do you find that people in los deportes, Spanish speakers and with the Spanish background are more enthusiastic?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I was a soccer mom, so I was the one screaming out there como hispana, ¿verdad? But did you find that as a challenge to be able to produce a story that touched all different kind of audiences?
Yeah, absolutely. You probably saw it on the soccer field with all the other Hispanic moms. You're like, "Vamos, mijos, sí se puede!" It's the same thing with announcer. You've seen it. It's not the same guy that it's calling a goal or something than the guy that can last like goal for 3.5 hours. You know, we're passionate. We're Latinos. It's like our blood just runs differently. You know,
it does.
And so yeah, there's like that passion into sports, and we there's people that live vicariously through sports. So you definitely see it on the field, like inside the office as well. Like people absolutely live, breathe, and eat sports night and day. Yes.
Do you think that maybe those different audiences, well, they are different audiences, ESPN Español and ESPN regular are two completely different audiences, or maybe they overlap somehow, but is that what inspired you to do something that would be Emmy worthy?
No. Well, my
Okay,
not
okay.
really. I honestly like winning an award like that. I guess I saw it like so far. It was like so far from me, like, because growing here, like you see the Oscars, the Emmys, the Grammys, and like you look at it like, oh my God, that's Hollywood.
That's not for me. Yeah.
That's a different world. But then when you're able to kind of like step where they are, because we had
Because you did.
because we had the ESPYs. That's basically the Grammys, the Emmys for sports. So I was working for a company that was producing that. I was able to walk among them and see all the production and behind the scenes. But I guess it's the passion that fuels your journey there. It's not like it's just having the prize, the award, because at the end of the day, it's just a trophy. But it's mostly the passion and everything that you put into it that led you to all the people that help you get there.
And that elevates you, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, it was an experience that you'll never forget.
No.
Ever.
No, because I can tell you, I can prove it too. Like, it was blood, sweat, and tears getting there. I mean, from coverages to, I don't know, Super Bowls, World Baseball Classic, NBA Finals, NBA All-Stars. I mean, I had the opportunity to go even to Canada, fly to Mexico, for Pan American Games. It was, I mean, once you have that chance, you have to take it. And once you're there, you have to go with all your heart. I mean, there's no half nothing. You gotta do it.
Nothing
you gotta do it
half-assed.
right. Oh, that's why we can bleep that. Should we start again on that one?
No, we can hold that one. We'll be right back, and I have some more questions for Gabby, so stay with us.
Happy Valentine's Day, my love.
Aw, happy Valentine's Day. Flowers, same as last year.
They're red flowers, your favorite.
Well, so is a truck to go with my boots.
Welcome back. Yeah, we're going to bleep maybe one word that I inserted there, but anyway, it shows.
was worth it.
Yeah, it shows we're human and that we're vulnerable and that we say bad words once in a while. It's not a bad
That it's
word.
authentic. That it's an
And
authentic conversation.
Authentic conversation. Gabby, you talk about having the opportunity to go to Canada and cover all these different kinds of sports. What is your favorite sport?
Football.
Football. Football?
No, football.
Or
American football.
Okay. And what is your team? Your favorite team?
No, not the Cowboys. Don't worry. Don't worry. Are you?
Well, I'm a Cowboys fan, but I like watching football because my son played football, and I would just say, "Run fast," because he was the one who I would say goals, but he was the one making the touchdowns. Okay. And so that was fun.
Was he a wide receiver, probably?
He was a wide receiver
There you
and
go.
a slot receiver. So yes, so that was fun, and I do enjoy sports. Although I was in the choir. Did you ever do sports in school?
Yes. I play volleyball.
Volleyball.
When I was in elementary, middle school.
Well, there you go. I was in the choir. So, but you know what? I guess I'm a pretty good athlete. I jump rope. I run a little bit.
You're super active every day. You're like working out. If it's not Zumba, it's the gym. It's something.
Something. We all have to do something. So why is football your favorite sport? And you didn't tell me your team.
I didn't. The Denver Broncos.
Okay.
That's my team. That's until my last of my brothers.
Why? What is your connection to the Denver Broncos? Is it the city? Is it a quarterback? Is it a running back? What is it?
Not even.
Not even.
I mean, yes, it started with a quarterback. Okay. But I mean, the way I like to say it, it was sort of love at first sight.
Oh, really? You like seeing all the guys in their uniforms and their tight uniforms?
I mean, that's always a plus. I'm not gonna land that one. It's always a plus. Oh, hi. But no, you know what? I grew up watching football with my dad.
Okay.
Sunday mornings, I remember, instead of watching cartoons, like he was already there watching the NFL.
And so you sat there.
So I just sat with him, just like snuggle, my little blankie. We were watching sports, and then most of our quality time with him was playing, because I have a younger brother. So he will show us basically the X's and O's, the very basics of, okay, you have 4 chances to advance this 10 lines on the ground, and if you do, you get another 4. You know, stuff like that. And we would play with him. So it was a lot easier for me to understand. So and then I was like just watching, but he didn't have a team, so that helped me not being a Cowboys fan.
Right.
And later on, my brother, I guess we were sort of, it was in the 90s, in the mid 90s, and he was watching a game. He was watching, it was a Green Bay against the Broncos, and at the time it was Brett Favre with Green Bay and John Elway with the Broncos.
Ooh, that was a
It was amazing.
Yes.
There was Hall of Fame quarterbacks there. It was a great era for football, the 90s, by the way. And it was an amazing match. The Broncos scored, and out of nowhere, I just went like, whoa,
That's my team.
I just started celebrating. I was like, yes! And I was like, oh, okay. And then they scored again. I was like, yeah, damn right. I got like super excited. And then that was the year they went to a Super Bowl. They won it. Next year, they won again. And then, so I just stuck with them. But it just came out naturally. And I was like, you know what? I guess that's my team.
Well, everybody likes winners.
Yes. I mean, they've been through some rough patches.
Yeah.
But I mean,
But you're still
cycles.
their
I
fan.
am, yes. And then my brother moved to Denver, which made it a lot easier for me to go and watch a game with him, and just being a true fan and sporting my colors, which happened to be the same as UTEP. I'm a UTEP
That's right.
grad.
That's right.
So like orange and
Picks up.
blue. So it was a time with half of my closet was orange and blue. Pompons, Broncos, like ponies and Broncos.
Everywhere. Not. Do you still collect all that stuff?
Yeah.
She hasn't cleaned out. She hasn't cleaned out that closet or that.
I've seen a few things here and there, but anything Broncos, I'll take it.
Hey, let me ask you this. When I watch football and see, the chains and the gold and the long locks, the hair, and to me it's distracting. What do you feel about that?
It is distracting, but most of all, it's not safe. It's not safe for them. I mean, they can choke, they can
Right?
get cut.
They could lose that
They can lose
that
the
3-carat diamond earring that they have. On their,
Or they can lose part of the earlobe, or they can, there are so many things. So there are rules in the NFL where they're not supposed to be wearing
they get
any
away with
jewelry or anything like that. They still do. They're trying to make a statement. I don't know.
Gosh, the other day I saw this
it's not safe.
beautiful necklace that would look great on me. But, but that necklace is probably millions of dollars, all these diamonds. But anyway, we got a little sidetracked on that. Hey, Gabby, what
Jimmy, hint, hint.
what is next for you?
What is next for me? Well, I still want to get a better grip of my new position, because it's sort of a hybrid. What is, like I mentioned?
Well, different hats.
Yes. So I would like to be a little bit more solid on that and cement my roots in KTSM a bit more, and we'll see. Like I've worked here. I moved to Connecticut. I moved to LA. I'm here now, for now. But I would like to keep growing. I would like to learn. I would like to keep expanding my professional career. I define myself as a learner. So from people, from professional settings, I would like to keep growing and learning. And the moment where I don't feel challenged, when I don't feel that I'm learning, that's where I'm start to get a little anxious. And so right now, fortunately, I still have that with the new role or the new responsibilities coming my way. So for now, like, I want to be able to
learn all of that,
Yes,
deal with egos and with budgets and with schedules and with all kinds of things.
Yeah, it's decision making on the fly, and there's so many things that depend on you, and from people to coverage to even like I said, budget money, because when you're deploying literally your assets to, and that requires overtime, or buying equipment, or sending people to other towns. I mean, you gotta own those decisions.
On top of your other role as a director.
Yes.
We'll be right back. Listen to this little commercial, and when we come back, we get to talk about where she's going later next month. Stay with us.
For the cowgirl who wants that upgrade. For the city slicker who likes the bells and whistles. For the mom who needs a third row. And the biker chick who likes to feel the wind in her hair. Viva Auto Group has what every woman wants, because Viva makes it happen.
And welcome back. We hope you're enjoying our conversation, a very open and honest conversation, kind of fun. And no, not kind of fun, very fun, because I'm
fun.
getting to learn a lot of things about Gabby. We work together every day, and it's just fun to get to know somebody at a different level, and you have a new appreciation for them when you see different sides and different facets of their personality, of their character, and of their of what they do in life. So Gabby is going on a fabulous trip to Colombia.
Yes, I am.
So why'd you pick Colombia?
Because I've had the opportunity to work with Colombian people. They're dear friends. I have a couple of friends, like really good friends of mine here in town, and they're from Colombia, from Bogota. I have some friends from Cali, from Barranquilla, Medellin, Manizales. So they've all told me wonders about Colombia. I've seen videos, pictures, and I love them, their food, their culture. And I like to travel, just like I mentioned in the previous segment. I like to learn. I love traveling as well. And some years ago, I instituted for myself this thing called the Gabby Fest.
The Gabby Fest. Oh, Still Fest. Okay,
yes,
Gabby Fest.
yes.
I'm going to take that. Okay?
Absolutely. Take it. It's yours now. So I like to celebrate my birthday, friends, family, you name it. But I like to go and explore new places. I like to go to somewhere that I've never been before. So this one was on my bucket list for a while.
You went to Iceland.
I did.
Okay.
And that was actually, again, for my birthday.
Okay.
So I like to do new things. I like to explore new places, live new experiences for my birthday. That's my gift for me. It's like, you know what? I'm here to enjoy life, learn, live it, travel. So that's exactly what I'm doing.
What do you hope to bring back from Colombia? Besides pictures
Absolutely. And souvenirs.
and experiences.
Yes.
What do you want
I want to learn about their culture. I mean, I've heard so many things. Like people say, like it's a lot like Mexico, and Mexico is so rich in culture, it's food, people. So I want to learn from them. I want to see firsthand, because again, another parallel here. Colombia and Mexico have been impacted with the crime activity, the narcos and all that.
We hear all the bad things about Mexico, but
And
Mexico is beautiful.
And those are the things that we hear. And then with networks putting out this series about violence and drug dealing, I mean, there's so much to it than that. And then it only takes a little bit of effort to go and just do a little research, and you'll see the wonders that are out there. So from its culture, food, again, we share so many similarities, like dating back to the conquistadores coming over from Europe to America. So I love that. I love going to museums and asking a lot of questions. I like going on tours and just being that obnoxious person, like, hey, why about this, and why this, and why that, and how about this, and I'm that level.
The learner,
that,
the
yes.
learner of, and gatherer of experiences.
Yes, and they're so lively. They're so happy. It's a fun, lovely culture. They're always dancing, and they're like so upbeat, and they're so very warm. And at least the friends that I'm fortunate to have, they're always like that. So I would like to go and experience firsthand their country.
We always learn from other people, right? Yes. So I've learned a lot from you today. Thank you for sharing and opening up your heart and telling me all these stories. Is there anything you'd like to add that we didn't talk about? We talked about a lot of different things, but is there something that you'd like to add and close with?
I want to, maybe one thing that I have not told you, aviation.
Aviation, okay, you fly. You know how to fly?
Do you want to leave that for the next episode?
Yes. So we're going to invite Gabby back so she can tell us about aviation and a bunch of other things that she probably didn't tell us and that she's afraid to tell us. And then, you know what, we're going to have more of a conversation because next time she will get to ask me some questions. So, so I don't know if we're going to set some boundaries. We won't set any boundaries for next time either. So we hope that you enjoyed that, this conversation that we had with Gabby Rodriguez from KTSM, all the different hats that she wears and for sharing. But next time we're going to dive deeper into this conversation. But thank you all for watching and we'll see you next time. Interesting people with interesting stories.
Hola, Annie. Te compré chocolates.
Yo también.
Crea momentos inolvidables con tu amor este mes del amor y amistad.